One of the biggest questions that I've been asked about the second Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, and that I've seen online as well, is are we going to see the return of a super famous character from Vice City, who actually made an appearance in the trailer? But in order to do so, it kind of has to break all of Rockstar's rules. We'll be talking about what's going on and more all in this video today. So before we can talk about the rules and the backstory of this character, let's just go ahead and jump into who it actually is. And that is supposedly Phil Cassidy, who we see in this commercial in the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer.
Come to Phil's Ammunition today. We got more guns than the law allows.
Hey. So that's the commercial right there. That is supposedly Phil Cassidy advertising for his store, Phil's Ammunition. And a lot of people saw that and immediately drew conclusions with the Phil Cassidy from Vice City. I mean, it makes sense. He was one of the most famous characters. He was into guns. And now it would seem fitting that if he's still around, he would have his own gun store in present-day Vice City. However, there is a problem. Now, before we can jump into what that problem is, in case you guys did not play the original Vice City or you don't know who Phil Cassidy is, you actually meet him in one of the missions early on. It's called the Shudest, where Tommy is introduced to him at a gun range.
You Phil Cassidy?
Why?
I'm looking for a man who can handle a gun. From this setup, I'm not too convinced.
Son, I can shoot a fly off your head at 80 feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I learned it in the Army.
Fly shooting real popular in the Army? Glad I don't pay tax.
You trying to be funny, kid? Let's shoot!
So you guys should get the idea there that Phil Cassidy is sort of a redneck arms dealer. He's believed to be involved in the weapons trade. He's a gun enthusiast, member of various Second Amendment organizations and various Vice City gun clubs. And a few missions later, this is where things get a little bit interesting. In another mission called Boomshine Saigon, he actually blows his left arm off.
Hey, Phil. How's it going?
Hey, Tommy! How you doing? It's been too long.
I swear you should lay off that boomshine, man. It smells like paint stripper. Just make my eyes burn.
Shh, 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 Tommy. Hey, come over here because there's something I want to show you. Something.
Oof, God, should I be able to smell that from way over here?
Don't you worry about the
Phil,
smell,
oof.
Tommy. You just watch this. Shitty, cheap bandits or something. There's some more on the bench. Ta-da! Oh, damn!
So are you starting to see where things can get a little bit confusing to someone seeing the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer and saying, that's Phil Cassidy. That guy clearly has two arms. Another problem would be his age, because in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Phil Cassidy was 33 years old. That means that right now in 2025, he'd be 72 years old, and technically when the game comes out in 2026, he would be 73 years old. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that does not look like someone that is around 73 years old. If anything, he looks like he could be anywhere from late 30s to early 50s. So that right there is a problem. So what is possibly going on here? Because this brings me to my second point, where essentially having Phil Cassidy return breaks Rockstar's own rules, and they even admitted it. So believe it or not, this came out on a Newswire post all the way back in 2011. On December 15th, 2011, Rockstar Games were doing an asked and answered sort of question Q&A about Grand Theft Auto 3, and they sort of were talking about the various universes, or at least someone brought up a question regarding the various universes. In fact, it was a user, Sammy Dougals, who said there are many references to Grand Theft Auto 3 characters and brands in Grand Theft Auto 4, but do any characters other than Laszlo actually exist in both universes? Is that where Donald Love went? Did he hop dimensions into the Grand Theft Auto 4 universe? Plot twist, are the two universes completely separate? I understand it almost makes no sense having two Liberty Cities, but is there any way we'll see characters from GTA 3 return? GTA 4 has some amazing characters, but some of the characters in the GTA 3 era are just unforgettable. And this is what Rockstar says. El Burro is referenced, as he is also referenced in GTA 1, so it felt appropriate that he should cross universes. The universes are the worlds interpreted at different definitions, 2D, 3D, and high definition. So we felt brands and radio and background characters would exist in both, but 3D dimensional characters would not. This is the logic as far as it can be considered logical behind it, so no, we don't believe any GTA 3 characters could exist in the GTA 4 universe. So essentially, that's their rule, and what that essentially says is if we're going to see anyone in Grand Theft Auto 6, it's got to come from GTA 5 or Grand Theft Auto Online or Grand Theft Auto 4 and its 2 DLCs, The Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and the Damned. However, there have been exceptions, and they even mentioned one right there, Laszlo Jones. Laszlo Jones was featured in the 3D era games, and as you guys know, played a very prominent role in the Grand Theft Auto 5 story, appearing in many missions and a ton of cutscenes. So he was a big part of the game. So could Rockstar be making another exception here for Phil Cassidy? I think the answer is yes. Now, don't get me wrong, there are ways in which this could be Phil Cassidy's ammunition store without it actually being him. They are seemingly a little bit far-fetched, but I want to go over them right now. There is a chance that over the last 40 years, because Vice City took place in 1986, and of course, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be taking place in 2026. It's 40 years. There's a chance that Phil Cassidy could have decided, hey, I want to open up some gun stores in Vice City, or at least more of them, or maybe I want to be a franchisee of an ammunition and call it Phil's Ammunition. So there's just a chance that it could be his. There's also a chance that possibly that's his son that we don't know about, or that could have, again, transpired over the next 40 years or so. We really don't know. But I think odds are more likely that this is just Rockstar Games completely redoing or rebooting the character or making an exception so that he can appear in Vice City, because he's a perfect fit. He essentially is the perfect Florida man vibe, and he might actually play an integral part in the story, or that might have just been a commercial that Jason was falling asleep to on the TV. And the commercial itself is absolutely hilarious. It looks like the background is, of course, an ammunition store with guns on the wall. You've got Phil Cassidy himself, who's got a sleeve full of tattoos, a ring on his ring finger, an American flag liveried weapon, and he's got two girls in the background in an American flag-esque bikini and hats, all rocking the Phil's Ammunition gear. They're holding weapons themselves. He picks up a giant machine gun and then jumps outside and starts firing it into who knows what. And even if we look at his features too, he's roughly the same guy. The hairstyle, the mustache, all of that looks really similar. Same with his build and physique, even down to the tank top and t-shirt that he's wearing. It looks almost identical to him, especially the versions from Vice City and Vice City Stories. He did make brief appearances in Grand Theft Auto 3, as well as Rockstar's other titles like Manhunt, but primarily fans know him from Vice City and Vice City Stories, and from that, he looks almost identical. It just looks like he hasn't aged at all, and maybe that's the direction Rockstar's going for. And you can see that their slogan is protecting your rights. So I really do believe that this is Phil Cassidy and that he's pulling a Laszlo here and is going to be returning in Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, he really just is the perfect fit, but Rockstar does have to break some of their rules if they are going to bring him back. So I would absolutely love to hear from you guys in those comments down below, because I feel like it's going to be a very discussion-heavy video, because honestly, the evidence points to both sides. It being Phil Cassidy, someone related to him, his son, someone else entirely. What do you guys think? I think this is going to be one of the biggest mysteries up until the game actually comes out in about a year from now. So hopefully, and maybe we'll get some more answers before then. But if not, that might be one of the first things I do. Like, I want to go check out and see if that's Phil at Phil's Ammunition. I just can't wait for everything about Grand Theft Auto 6. But this mystery in particular, again, let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.